This is a video series on setting up JobBook. If you're coming to the series from the middle, I'd recommend starting at the beginning, as each video builds on the last. In the previous section, I showed you how to set up labor cost items in JobBook. I also mentioned two additional line item collections, equipment and material line items and fixed price line items. In this section, we'll look at how to create equipment and materials in the JobBook system. Before we can record equipment and materials usage, we need to create some equipment and material line items in the system. Let's hop into it and do just that. From the dashboard, click the Navigate button on the top left corner. Then click on Administration. Then click on Equipment and Materials. This is the item list. We'll talk more about this shortly, but first, click the Create button. The fields for equipment and material items are almost identical to those for labor cost items. The only difference is that equipment and material items do not include the hourly cost field. Let's enter the name of your equipment or material. We'll create an equipment item and call it Robotic Total Station. The next field is accounting code. Let's use 4000 as an example. Recall, this code should match the one used by your accounting system. Note, the accounting code is not required, so if you don't know your accounting code, it's not a big deal. The next field is category. We'll create equipment as the category. The next field is unit. It defaults to hours, but you can change it to any unit that makes sense for your item, such as day, per, unit. You can even create your own units on the list, like bundles. We'll select hours in this example. The next field is unit cost. Let's set that to $50. This represents the cost per the selected unit, for example, per hour or per item. The last two checkboxes are tax exempt and active. The tax exempt checkbox is used to make the item tax exempt, if applicable. The active checkbox is selected by default. Just like other line items, you can only delete an equipment and material item if it hasn't been used yet. If it has been used, you need to deactivate it by unchecking the active checkbox. When you click the Save button, the item will be created in the JobBook system. Don't worry, if you need to change something, you can always edit the item later. As you can see, our new equipment and material item is now displayed on the item list. You can see the category, the name, the accounting code, the unit cost, and you can edit the item by clicking on the pencil icon on the far right. Now, I'm going to create a few more equipment and material line items. We'll use these later in this JobBook setup guide, as well as in the JobBook How to Use guide. Feel free to pause the video and create your own equipment and material line items. As you can see, I've now created several equipment and material items. These items can now be used when creating jobs in the JobBook system. You might have even noticed I changed the accounting code for Robotic Total Station. To learn more about creating jobs, check out our JobBook How to Use guide or follow the link in the video description below. So, how are equipment and material line items used in the JobBook system? As covered in the line items video in the job book setup guide, equipment and material items are typically used when staff fill out their daily work records. They may also be used by administrators when creating invoices based on time and materials used on a job. In the next video, I'll show you how to set up fixed price line items in job book. And in upcoming videos, we'll look at how to set up expense items. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.